What makes us who we are? Is it our bodies? Our minds? Or what people tell us we're supposed to be? This is the story of David Reimer, a boy who was raised as a girl after a surgery went horribly wrong. It was supposed to be a medical solution, but it became one of the most tragic psychological experiments in history. Meet Bruce and Brian Reimer, identical twin boys born in 1965, happy, healthy, and normal, until one day, everything changed. At 6 months old, Bruce went in for a circumcision, but a mistake happened, a terrible mistake. His penis was completely destroyed in the process. What would you do if this were your child? How do you raise a boy who no longer has the body of one? Enter Dr. John Money, a psychologist with bold ideas. He believed gender was not something we're born with. He believed it was something we're taught. So he proposed something radical. Raise Bruce as a girl. Give him a new name, new clothes, new identity. Brenda. He told the parents, if you never tell Bruce the truth, he'll never know the difference. Was that really possible? Could identity be shaped like clay? From the outside, Brenda seemed like a quiet girl. But inside, she knew something felt wrong. She hated dresses. She refused to play with dolls. She stood to pee like a boy. Everyone told her she was a girl, but she didn't believe it. What happens when your whole world tells you you're wrong, but your body screams otherwise? Every year, Brenda was taken to see Dr. Money. He did things that were deeply uncomfortable. He made Brenda and her twin, Brian, perform sexual rehearsals. He called it science. Others would later call it abuse. Why didn't anyone stop it? Because the experiment was working, or so the doctor claimed. He published articles, gave speeches, held Brenda up as proof. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart. Brenda's teen years were filled with pain. She was bullied, depressed, suicidal. She wanted to die. And then at 14, her parents told her the truth. You were never a girl. You were born Bruce. What do you do when you find out your entire life was a lie? Brenda chose a new name, a real name, David. He started living as a boy again. He got surgery, took hormones, fell in love, got married. But trauma doesn't disappear just because truth is finally told. Would you be able to trust anyone again if your entire identity had been forced upon you? David tried to move forward, but the damage ran deep. His twin brother Brian couldn't cope either. He struggled with mental illness, drug use, and eventually died by overdose. Just 2 years later, David took his own life. He was only 38, a boy raised as a girl, for science, an experiment that destroyed a family. Dr. Money's experiment was later discredited, but the questions it raised still haunt us. Is gender learned, or is it something deeper? Can science ever justify hiding the truth from a child? How far should we go in the name of research? And most of all, who gets to decide who you really are? He didn't choose this story, but he lived it, and in the end, it broke him. So now we ask you, if someone told you who you were your whole life, would you believe them? Or would you find the strength to become who you really are? Some truths can't be changed, no matter how hard we try.